I was abandoned as a baby and grew up in an orphanage. For a long time, I figured I'd just be another kid who aged out of the system. But when I was around 7, a couple fostered me. They weren't rich or anything, but they treated me like I mattered. Honestly, I was a handful, constantly acting out, skipping homework, getting into fights. Somehow, they stuck with me through all of it. As I got older, I started to focus more. I finished school, and while most of my friends were just figuring out their next step, I threw myself into building a business online. It was small at first, but I kept grinding, and within a few years, it blew up. By my early 20s, I was making way more than I ever thought possible. The first thing I wanted to do was retire my foster parents. They were the only people who had truly been there for me, so it felt like the right move. Then right before I was going to announce it, my biological parents suddenly reached out. They had this whole story ready saying they left me because of sacrifices and circumstances. I wanted to believe it. After all, I'd spent my whole life wondering why I wasn't wanted. At first, they acted emotional. Tears, apologies, telling me how much they thought of me over the years. But it changed quick. They started asking for money, small at first, then bigger. When I hesitated, they piled on the guilt, saying they gave me life and that I owed them for everything I'd accomplished. They even started claiming my foster parents had stolen me from them. A few days later, they went further, hinting about lawyers and saying they had rights to what I own because they were my real parents. Every conversation was about what I could give them, never about me. It got worse when they told me outright that I should cut off my foster parents completely, that they weren't my true family and never would be. That was the breaking point. While they were trying to manipulate me into choosing them, I went ahead with my original plan. I retired my foster parents, set them up to live comfortably, and distanced myself from the people who only came back into my life once they thought they could cash in on it.